Hey guys, so I just woke up and it's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm not feeling too great. So I was going to save this video for later on after I'd done some others, but I kind of decided why wait, right? Um, and as you can tell, I'm going to be talking about my life story and my coming out story. So let's get started then. um, at the age of 2, me and my mom left my dad, who lives in Regina, and me and her moved to Medicine Hat, Alberta. And eventually, things were really good there. And when I was 5 years old, she met a guy. And they started dating, and we moved in with him. And I started going to elementary school. And things were really good at first. Nothing was bad. Nothing was wrong. Um, but then I'm not sure what happened, but they they started drinking, and it got to the point where they became alcoholics, and if they weren't working, they were drinking, and it just wasn't healthy for them or me because I had to see that at a very young age, and they became abusive to each other. There was fighting, so much fighting, every night. And I remember them always yelling at me too and trying to have me fix their problems with each other. And I remember one time, only once did one of them lay a hand on me and not hit me, but choke me. Um, it was very dramatic, even though it was the one time, but living through that. And then my school life was wasn't the best either. Um, grade 1 was good. Grade 2 was pretty okay, but grade 3 probably to grade 7, I was bullied a lot. Um, I'm not sure why, but I was just made fun of a lot. I had lots of friends, but I was still made fun of by some of them and by some of the bullies that are still bullies to this day. And in grade 7, it was probably the worst day of my life because I came out of the closet to one of my friends named Owen. And we were really close, and I was actually living with him at that time. And eventually we got into a fight, and he told a lot of people about me being gay and liking him and stuff like that. And it was a very bad situation for me, and it put me just in an all-time low, basically. I lost so many friends that were guys, and I lost a lot of respect by people. Um, life was getting really, really tough. But the only one who was there for me every single day, well, the only two really that were there every single day were like Sydney and Shawnee. They were just there all the time. There were other people who were there, but I know they did say stuff. I know they didn't think it was okay at first, you know? But Sydney and Shondi, I love them for being there for me, for standing up for me. I know that they just they, it was appreciated from them. Anyway, um, eventually May came around and the bullying did kind of quiet down a little bit, not much so. But one of my best friends, Deanne Maisie, she got into an accident and passed away. And out of everything that was already happening, that just added on to my stress. I did not need to hear that. I did not need that to happen. I wish it didn't. I wish I was there to save her because she was my bodyguard. She defended me from everything that was going on half the time. She was one of those other people who were there all the time too. Didn't say anything. Ugh, I think I'm getting sick. But when I found out, it was just horrible because it was my first loss ever, and it was one of my best friends that I've known since we were like 5. And my depression started to kick in really bad. And by the summer, I was just unhappy with everything. I acted like everything was okay, like I was gonna make it, but I literally wasn't. I was planning out my death sometimes. I didn't write it down, but I was thinking so hard about it. But instead of doing that, I decided to move in with my dad and stepmom and my sister and my brother here in Regina, where we are now. But things were still not 100% when I first got here and I went into grade 8. I was bullied a little bit, but throughout that year of grade 8, things started to get better. My friends came back to me. The people who were bugging me here are actually some of my best friends now. Um, my mom did leave my ex stepdad. They're still good friends, but that's about it. Um, I still do suffer from my depression, and it's an everyday struggle. I really don't appreciate when I hear my friends' parents talking about it, like saying, oh, well, people suffer from depression, well, they should just get over it. It's like, why would you even say that? You don't know you don't know what's going on with their lives. You're just trying to make it about you when it's really not, which is wrong. And this video, I'm not trying to sound like a downer. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I'm not trying to be that person who complains about their life and says it was horrible all the time, because it really wasn't horrible all the time. It it did have good parts. It did, just not many. I was getting used to being let down and being sad and upset and depressed and hated on. I was used to those feelings. I was forgetting what happy felt like until I did something good for myself, and now I'm happy, I'm healthy again. I don't let things go to my head, and I talk about my problems when I have them now. I need to. If I don't, uh, grade 7 year will happen all over again. Um, but now I'm out to everyone as well, and it's one of the best moves I've ever done in my life. And I just wanted to tell you guys that if there's a problem in your life, if there's something on your mind, if there isn't, if you're just not sure what's going on, if you're confused about your sexuality, and you don't know what to do, find someone who is trustworthy. And I mean really trustworthy. Write it down, maybe even. Honestly, I write down every thought I have every day sometimes, and it helps, I promise. But you cannot hide yourself from the world. You cannot be that perfect person because there's no such thing as perfect. Everyone is unique in their own way. And on that note, I want you all to like believe in yourselves and know that you can make it. Cause yeah, I did have a rough life, but it's well worth it in the end if you can get to that point where that bad break ends, like, and it just starts getting good and you have those bumps in the road. Because everyone has those bumps. You may feel like it's just you, but it's really not. It's everyone. Everyone has bumps in the road. No one's perfect. And I promise that coming out, being yourself, opening up to the world, trying to make it a better place, doing your part, and all that will really open yourself up. You'll feel better. You'll be happy, like even more happy than you are or aren't. And you'll feel 100% better. I promise that it is well worth it in the end if you just hold on and open up to that positivity, sorry, and I promise, I just promise, it's well worth it.